we have a big problem when a being thinks that they are fully enlightened. Through being tricked by this mind. You see, you know when you are fully enlightened because something will strike you down. Something will destroy you. Your mind, your ego self, your identity. Something will kill you. There is no doubt. But you're not killed, you see. It's the idea you have of being a person that's killed. And that's a death. That, in fact, is a death. Because if you take the body death and think about what takes place, and you listen to the experiences from so many who have, through surgery, experienced out-of-body looking down. They didn't know who the person was that they were looking down at. And they didn't know who they were that was looking down at this person that they didn't know who it was. So the mind, the story, dies. That's a fact. Something does not die. And full enlightenment means there's no recollection of that person that was before. The recollection, that basic recollection, is provided by family. Because you have trust. You have to have trust. You don't know who you are. You don't know what's going on. You are like that amnesia patient walking around. So the only way that you can find your feet or get yourself back into this earth is through family shouting your name and the place that you wake up every morning. And it's not easy, you know. It's not easy to find yourself again. And when you find yourself again, you cannot find the old one that you are. In Christ's words, you are reborn. But some wisdom penetrates whatever you are and says, you know what? You don't know who you are, but all these people that you look at, all these other beings, they're still living in that ego identity state. How can you transform them? It's not up to you, you see. That's the wisdom. The wisdom is that you are here on your own, in your own world, to overcome your own transformations, to transcend in the way that you are meant to transcend. Your life is set in stone before you come into it, and if mind pulls you away onto journeys that is not meant to be, that's what suffering is. That's what causes this illness, this suffering, this body to experience. I don't want to do that, you know. I feel as though I should not be here. So these concerns are not fears. These concerns are true to your life dharma, to your consciousness journey. So we have a big problem when one thinks that they are enlightened. And you'll know because they'll want to teach. They will want to try and pull other beings into the same way. But you're speaking a different language now, you see. That's one thing this speaker has learned over thousands of videos. There's an idea that you can transform another one through just that technique of dehypnosis, or in a Jiddu Krishnamurti way, listen deeply, not with your ears. Connect to that what is. And that's true, you see. But when a human ego identity person comes on and tries to understand, there's a separation. And the human mind will do as it's supposed to do. This is not what I came on this site for. This is not why I came to this lecture for. I want information. I want to expand as this human being person. And that's always the right way to go. So it's wrong. The problem arises when an enlightened being tries to attract many human egoistic minds and thinks they can transform them. The enlightened being speaks. Whoever comes on board may be the right ones. Those who don't come on board, they are the right ones for the human life. They've still work to do as this human person. So don't speak as though you can change another being. Even though what you experience is profound, beautiful, deep and true knowledge. If you've been fully enlightened, you also know that you cannot do anything to affect anyone in this world, any being, any part of nature, because you, the witness, are beyond nature, beyond body, beyond mind, beyond consciousness. And therefore everything that is tried to be changed or have an effect on, it cannot be touched because it's not pure. It's moving out into the light. That's why your body changes every day, every moment. Deepak Chopra says it as it is. In a year, a whole body is renewed, apart from the cartilage. Because the body is not pure. It is been projected by yourself out into the universe. The universe is the less purest place, but you're projecting from there in a circle to show it as what it is out there. These words may be too technical, and that's what an enlightened being speaks like. They don't speak what a person understands. An intelligent mind. Intelligent mind wants to know, it wants to grow, it wants to expand, it wants to be something superior, be recognized. An enlightened being is space. It has no quality, no energy. An enlightened being simply does not want anything other than what takes place in that moment. And it accepts everything. So it can accept a world full of human beings fighting and destroying and annihilating each other's bodies, because it knows it has no effect. You see, that's liberation. Liberation is that when you're a human mind, a human being, you believe you are a human. You think that the world can change, and then you can play a part in it. And that causes anger, anxiety within you when you cannot do anything to have an effect on this fighting, feuding world. But when you're enlightened, liberation is, you know what? Nothing I can do. There's nothing no other can do to change another's dharma, course, life journey. It is as it is, you see. The world is as it is. The universe is as it is. The mind is as it is. Consciousness is as it is. God is as it is. Spirit is as it is. And you, the body, is as it is. And you, the one that witnesses your own body, is as it is. Everything is as it is. The same. Same quality, same energy. Everything is taking place like some big movie screen. and you're not in the screen. 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, 5-dimensional, 9-dimensional. You are 0 dimension, you see. You are the witness. You are the one that creates the screen. You are the one that shines the light on the screen. And the screen takes its own course. Once you create the light, once you shine a light into the dark, you cannot go ahead into the light and change it. You've already put that switch on. You've already set that light. Life takes its own journey. The light takes its own journey. Whatever passes the light takes its own journey. Yes, it's a very clean-cut, pure journey. When you know that you have no effect on anything, it's not that the journey is pure. The journey takes many shapes, many colours. But you are pure. The witness is pure. The witness is not a journeyer. The witness has a body that it can jump in to journey. And when the body decides to drop and fade, the journeyer is no more in the body, but it is always here. As what? Matters not. So an enlightened being only experiences death, its whole story, CV, its identity, its personality. But the body it remains untouched. And when it returns to this body, it is no story, no name, no identity. Therefore it is free from all that worries and concerns and that states of joy and bliss and pain and suffering of which it picked up through definitions and meanings of words and identities and names and opposites and preferences and competitiveness and desires and wants. The lion does not want 100 wildebeest to eat. It simply finds enough. Does not want. It finds enough to keep it alive. Humans, they're not happy with just being alive. They want different qualities of life. They want hundreds of wildebeest. I want to fill my life full of things that I desire. And this desire is ego. That I desire. And desire means it's you, that singular one, that wants it. And when you want, you are separate because you are one. You are single. I. You hope your ego dies, and you die. But your body remains intact, and when you return, you'll see what truth is, what wisdom is, when this intelligence that keeps you bound fades.